crimes and mysteries being solved as we speak. Money for rent being gained. Also, thoughts being internalized. This one thought that will make us fail all red checks while we're learning it for the next 4 hours. So, maybe we should avoid conversations with hostile people while we're internalizing this, just in case. I mean, you never know when red checks might come about, but maybe we should just be careful about who we're talking to. Well, we are starting to get near the end of day 2, but there's still some time to go. Oh. Is there something around my head? Well, not right now. Oh, there it is. Oh. The book appears to be about erotica, but without actual erotica. Yes, we have strong opinions on erotica. We picked up a yellow plastic bag. The plastic bag has "Frit" written on it in a dynamic, forceful manner that implies great prices. As you crack it open, a malty gust of air flies in your face. Smells of yeast and beer. A perfect place for tear. We can collect tear from the streets with our bag. Oh, what's that? We hear the distant squall of seabirds. A splatter of bullet holes lines the walls. Did we look at that right there? Oh no, we didn't. There's some money. Additional real. Not that. Not that. Was that tear? Yeah, 1 bottle. We got 1 bottle from that. But actually what I wanted to do, the reason I came down here, that it looks like there are a couple of fellows that we have not talked to yet. Oh, hold on, what's this?
There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
I'm not sure what you're referring to, Authority, but case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
What did I crack exactly?
What do you mean? What did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Oh, the husband, yes. Yes. Well, left-wing thoughts. It's the future leader of a proletarian uprising.
No, it's not.
Oh. It's her husband?
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit.
Give me champagne. I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Oh, all right. There's no time like the present. She's still searching for a book, her eyes wandering over the colorful grid of soft covers. Protect and serve, madame. I found your husband.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing.
She crosses her arms. But you said you didn't know where he was.
And I specifically added that I didn't need to know where he was.
Well, I found him nevertheless. I'm that good.
Very well then. Where is he?
She's getting impatient, her hands now picking on a random book cover. Our hammer-toting comrade was at the bottom of those stairs.
Excuse me? I don't follow.
There's something else hiding in her voice, though. A trace of worry.
I found a working-class drunk, and I thought he might be yours.
Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
What?
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one.
But you told me your husband's all right.
I did, And he is. He's also an alcoholic.
So is he missing as well?
No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends.
She looks away.
I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
She's completely forgotten about her books, staring blank into the distance instead.
There. She's worried now.
Don't worry. I'm going to find him and bring him back home. Promise.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions?
You see, her husband was missing after all. Don't doubt our finely honed detective senses. What does your husband look like?
Honestly, not that different from you.
So let me guess. He's disco.
Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet.
Hold on. Didn't she just laugh at your disco pants? You're not going to leave it there, are you?
Half-Light? We're not going to be aggressive. Why did you say that your husband resembles me then?
Well, he's slightly chubby.
Wait, did she just imply that you're fat? You're not fat. The body type she's referring to is called a Franco-Nigerian hard body.
Well, I'm being told that what you meant to say is that we share a Franco-Nigerian hard body. Is, what I'm being informed.
You both share what?
Franco-Nigerian hard body. Softly round, yet still in shape. Ladies dig it.
I'm not sure about the rest, but softly round sounds about right. He's not in great shape.
She stops to think.
What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself.
She sighs, her voice slightly quivering when she adds.
It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it?
She looks back at you, shaking her head. Well, if the jacket really is that cool, then I can totally understand.
Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold.
She's thinking about him out in the cold, in some park, or on the coast. And it's making her more and more worried.
When did you last see him?
Yesterday morning. He went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
I think I got it. Thanks.
So you are going to look for him?
Yes, I will bring him back home to you.
Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
He gives her a slip of paper.
I will. Of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing.
Woman takes a slip of paper. It's a phone number. All right, we have a case. Another case. We have a few. The working class woman you met in front of the bookstore admitted that her husband is missing. Chances are the guy is drinking somewhere with his buddies. Find him and bring him home if possible. We also were informed that there is a library in town, which we have not seen. Maybe it's in the part of the city that we have not actually been able to access yet. And wow, I really have been choosing the communist options, haven't I? Like, much more so than anything else. I have somehow not said anything fascist at any point. Well, okay, we have a case. But what I wanted to do right now is we've been walking around these two, and we haven't spoken to them, so we probably should do that.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Renee, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich. I mean, to be fair, if you have a fork in a world of soup, you are going to be upset that you have the wrong utensil. You should probably get a spoon.
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth. The sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
Oh, electrochemistry has never talked about food. Usually just drugs and alcohol, but this sandwich is so good that even electrochemistry wants it.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
That sounds good to me. I got this. Ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Well, there's a red check, which means it would be an automatic failure. What would be the percentage? Wow. We would have had a pretty good chance of doing that. Better observe them first.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter.
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
He tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it. You goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Wait, what team?
Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why are you so mean to me?
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
Physical instrument really wants us to do it. Oh, because we observed them, the chances went down. That's kind of funny. Well, let's fail.
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast.
That is pretty wrong.
Mon Dieu. Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw.
Oh, Gaston seems pretty pleased with it.
There are no two more harmful words an athlete can hear than good job. And this was downright embarrassing.
Physical instrument seems pretty displeased with our performance, though.
Mossback and his shitty ball are mocking you. You need to get angry. Use swear words. Mention spunk.
What? I don't even know what the rules of the game are. Hold on. Why did it feel so wrong?
Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it. But there were gaps. Yeah, gaps you tried to fill with thinking. We don't think in sports. We do.
So, we used to be an athlete, and we don't want to think too much. Oh no! I have to heal myself. I'm dying from morale.
Thrust or a lunge. There was definitely gonna be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco.
I thought something more spectacular would happen.
What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect petanque throw.
His tone is full of admiration. Well, I mean, he might be serious, and could be that we actually threw it well, and we just aren't aware of what a good throw is in this game.
With a pinch of fear.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
That's just how Johnny Ballgame is. Extraordinary.
Right. Was the demonstration it? Or do you still need something from us, officer?
Yes, officer. What do we need from this gentleman?
Renee, I found your guard booth. Do we know anything about the man hanged in the backyard? You seem to be playing in a crater. I saw the stat. I guess we'll do this in order. I found your guard booth, Renee.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a slight sigh. Okay, so he doesn't agree with the union, it sounds like. He's just doing the job for money. This is purely a transactional thing.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Who was working your shift that night, then?
No one. The bus has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, Renee. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for Renee because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Let's see. So Everard gets it. Big guy's looking after the small and everyone working together. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. Renee's but one man. We need a program. Get the elderly back in the job market. Ugh. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand to repeat. Wage work is a dead end. There's nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Well, it's good that Everard is looking after people. It's just, the whole indication that he is like a crime boss and he's had people killed and maybe runs a drug trade is kind of the thing that is an issue with me backing him all the way. I don't agree with the do or die option here. The mindset that the solution to this problem is that we need to retrain the elderly so they'll be more employable is I don't think that is necessarily the best way of going about it. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit. So this is the real capitalist answer, I think. And then we should say there's nothing wrong with tear collecting. Do not feel shame in it. It's my side thing, too. I guess let's say that.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
No, I didn't expect he would. It's not for everyone. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl? Sorry for looking at your personal effects. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
All right, we got some experience for finding out. Got it. Thanks.
Yes, yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals.
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Yeah, he's just waiting out his remaining days playing this, they call it Petanque, with another old man who he doesn't seem to like all that much. I don't get the impression that they're really friends. You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths?
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait. Who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
Yes, that is the history that we learned, that the establishment, the royalists, did lose to the communards, and then the outside world came in to put a stop to that.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Wait, hold on. What's this suicide sex cult business? Is that part of being a communard? That might be relevant to my interest. Why shell them here in Martinez?
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing Petanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old Renee going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on. The coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There's a strange gleam in his eye.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
So Martinez's condition is deliberate. Just make sure everyone remembers what happens when you try to go against the rest of the world.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Let's see. Soft socialists paving the way for hard working class. Foreign powers clean up our mess. They rule us. The coalition seems capable. Commies don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think. I just do. Yeah, the socialists pave the way. The working class takes over.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it. I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains.
Wow, a diet of cats and piss. That really was hard times.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Ah, yes, in the end, the monarchy just completely failed.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Renee does not like this foreign culture infiltrating Revachol, taking it over. The kids don't know what their own culture was like back then.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
Well, the communards probably didn't want to be executed, I don't expect. Who is this Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
You mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
And what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
I guess there's no reason not to tell him. I mean, we already took the one rifle that was in good condition. In the basement over there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Well, maybe the only thing we could do with it is sell it. I guess we'll find out. I saw the statue of Felipe III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A bed of gold does not sound comfortable, honestly.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
Yeah, that royal cocaine. That's the stuff that electrochemistry really wants.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
And how should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
It seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
So the king's vices should be looked over if he was able to be a strong leader. What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He asks, obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past. Yes, let's brim with pride about the particular cocaine that our rulers used to use here in Revachol. The best rulers using the best cocaine.
I'm satisfied with this explanation.
Electrochemistry is all for it.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Higher realms. Of course. It all makes sense.
Now Inland Empire is interested. If only we could obtain some of this royal cocaine. What could we do with that? Let's see. Higher realms could be interesting. Such responsibility requires a boost. Irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Let's ask about these higher realms.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
No, don't spare me the cocaine fairy tales.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Kim is also not interested in the cocaine fairy tales.
Right.
Let's see. Oof, 17%. No Renee's job situation. Like, even with +1, it's only 17. Well.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
Well, that was our last healing item for the morale, so...
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
All right, well, we can always try later. Thank you for your time. Well, it auto-saved, which is probably for the best. So I guess talking to one counts as talking to both? Because he is not, they're not, they don't have like a... outline is what I'm thinking of. Outline. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Oh no, hold on. There is an outline.
I've really outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Okay, so it does look like they are different conversations for the different characters. Even though both characters are engaging in both conversations.
Renee, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Bellieu. Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
His tone lacks its usual intensity, like he doesn't feel he has the right to speak on the matter.
So you both know her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was Renée's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
He jerks forward but grabs his chest and stops. Now let's see how this plays out.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You,
The tall veteran looks at you and nods.
no point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer,
So what happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful.
He smiles faintly.
Renee and I were both by her bedside when she
He pauses, searching for the right word.
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed. Until the very hand she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over Renée's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
The look in his eyes is happy and distant.
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Well, nothing wrong with weighing your options first. For decades.
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Oh, his fancy pastries. How could Renee compete with that? He remembers you're still there, falls silent, and turns away. Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Tell me, what do you know about the dead man?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really.
Come on, you must have heard something.
No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the gauche caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects?
The old Carabiner can't believe what he's hearing. Sounds a bit like you're holding back.
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, Renee? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
Oh, well, we know Everard too. How do you know Everard?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
Gymnasium. I love that word.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
Now, Renee was here. He was in the middle of it. His first-hand experience, not like Gaston.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Are you a Union member?
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me.
In many ways?
Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Vezavane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
What are these little things you do for Evrard?
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say.
What kind of things do you write for him?
Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I have these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That's all for now.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
What are the rules of this game?
Oh, the goal is to throw your bull. As close to the cochonnet as you can. That's the cochonnet.
Tell me more about it.
Well, first, you draw a circle about a half a meter in diameter. We made ours out of rope. Then, the order of play is determined by a coin toss. You win it. You get to throw the cochonnet. Then, the players aim to throw their bulls as close to the cochonnet as possible. They must stay in the circle and keep both feet planted.
Right, so maybe our throw was actually a good one. Like, our ball did not travel very far, but maybe it traveled, maybe it got close to the cochonnet. I mean, we don't even know which one that is, but maybe we did it. Is there anything else you can tell me about Petanque?
I could, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take up your time with trivial details, officer.
We love to have our time taken up with trivial details. It's kind of what we do.
Is he denying you information when you clearly requested it? That's it. We're blowing the lid off this man jar. You need to know things.
Now, I don't think we need to put the pressure on the old man about the game Half-Light. Do I really, and why?
Yes, you do. Knowledge is power. Bathe in it. Empower yourself. Trust me.
I really don't think we need to. I think I get it.
Yes. I'm sorry, officer.
Senior is visibly shaking before us.
Good. Gaston finally understands the rules now. Let's see if it makes him a better Petanquista.
I don't like where this is going, officer. Don't you think we should do something else now?
No, I want to talk to him. I promise it won't be about Petanque.
Hurry up, then.
Well, there's only one thing that we can talk about. That looks delicious. Can I have a bite of that sandwich? I've only eaten like a slice of salami for 2 days. Can I please have a bite of the sandwich?
I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food. Nothing personal, it's just a principle.
The only one you have.
Don't be a dick, Gaston. There's plenty for everyone.
Believe me, officer, I wish I could help you, but I need this sandwich to keep my blood sugar stable. In my age, you need to pay attention to these things.
I guess that is true.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in harmony with garlic butter and marinated onions emanating from the sandwich is driving your mind in a singular direction. It must be yours.
That does sound good. please, friend, let's just share it.
Fuck off! It's mine!
He jerks away, immediately startled by his own reaction. I guess Gaston has a pretty powerful electrochemistry as well.
Sorry, officer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in a bad way. But the sandwich is mine. I'm not gonna share it.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get a bite of his dear sandwich and he gets claws? You're a special kind of vermin, Gaston.
3%. Considering we have no more healing for our morale, I am not going to try that. Maybe at some other time we can try to convince him to relinquish the sandwich. But not right now. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. Oh, well, night's almost here. Probably should pay our rent. Against all odds, we actually got enough real to pay for our rent tonight. So we don't have to sleep in a dumpster. And also there's maybe some people we can talk to. Though, like I said, I probably don't want to talk to the Hardys right now.
Can I help you?
About my bill.
Got the 20 real?
Actually, somehow, yes.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
It never ends, does it? Such is the way of capitalism.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Goodbye. Oh, Kim, do you want to see my room? I don't think I've shown you my room. I think you'll be very impressed with what I did to it. Here it is. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
Well, this is where the magic happens.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
This is an expression of me, my individualism.
I have no idea what that means.
He looks towards the exit longingly.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
No, we don't need to rest yet. Oh. That just closes the door. One other thing that I've been curious about is how we get on the roof. Because we know that woman from the beginning of the game is up there. We've seen her up there. We just don't know how to get to her.
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
Well, we cannot... Oh, there is a new option. The water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
You may not believe it, but it looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it.
Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you both.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Wow, that's high. Man, I don't remember. Look, there's always the chance we could take morale damage because I take it from everything if we fail that. It's the problem.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah, we probably don't need to talk to her. It's all about money. That's what I've heard. Well, one thing we could do is, I believe, we can report to Joyce, since last time we learned about the drug trade. Actually, not last time, because last time was the whole adventure in solving the haunted building. Like, there's time before that we solved the drug trade. But I guess before we do that, we also have to pick up junk on the ground.
This coin-operated viewer.
We've already looked at that. Well, I guess we could see just how much we get from the tear.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Well, slightly.
100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Well, we're being assured we did get special Hobocop money.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
We don't have that much money.
Is this about the questions again?
Nothing new for her.
A colorful display of cigarettes.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Oh, we actually do have enough for the beer, and the cigarettes, but probably not what we should spend money on.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
There are drugs, there are pills, and that's actually something we are running a bit low on. But possibly there might be something more important we could spend our little money on. We should probably see.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
We don't have quite enough money for the cockatoo book. There is that map.
Several maps the maps look old and faded.
I guess we'll buy a map.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
We got a map. worn and torn map of the Martinez area, dating from 48. A title on the top reads Bienvenue à Revachol. It's a bit out of date. Created by a design studio in a failed attempt to spruce up Martinez and turn it into a fancy tourist location.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Cypar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and select the Map tab.
Okay, there's the map. Here's Martinez waterfront. There's the statue. Fractured bullet. That would be the whirling in rags right there. Bookstore. Then I guess, okay, this... a giant cube? Not sure what that is. But this would be the Union area up here in the upper right. And so I guess the water lock is like right here. So once we close that lock, we'll be able to get into the west side of the city where there's a giant egg and a Ferris wheel. Are those things actually there, or were they just expected to be there? I don't know. I don't remember seeing a giant cube. I don't know if that's there. Also, we do have points. Oh, by the way, how much time has passed? Only 37% for this precarious world. Well, let's see. First, let's look around. Oh, so let's look around at a few things here.
This bookstore is not...
Okay, that one was 420.
The display rack is... This is entirely...
Yum Dollar Man is 9. Is there a recommended Dick Mullen book?
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels.
No, I guess I must have failed that white check, so I did not hear, I did not get a recommendation for a Dick Mullen book. Well, maybe tomorrow, maybe we can find enough money to buy that cockatoo book. We need to know about the cockatoo. It's essential. Absolutely essential.
Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition, even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Does that mean you'll call me a maggot and a Nancy boy to motivate me?
Does a master swordsman insult his own blade? No. I'm going to turn you into an athletic benchmark, you big pussy.
Yes, sir. Forge me into organic steel, coach.
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Wait, why piss?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself. It just happens. No shame in that.
Let's do this, coach. I'm with you.
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo Athleticus.
Let's see. Coach Physical Instrument. -2 encyclopedia. Encyclopedia can't get any worse. Encyclopedia is taking a beating. It's it's at 2. It could be worse. Logic's at 0, but it's at 2, so that means during the training it'll be at 0. Research time is 40 minutes, quite short. Let's see. So you were minding your own business, trying to get some detective work done, when suddenly a voice emerged from within you and told you you are a wuss, a namby-pamby, a sissy, and a limp jellyfish. This voice has 0 gender sensitivity and even less empathy for underwhelming athletic performance. Try to purposely piss it off, see if it teaches you something. Pretend you don't know the difference between a double and a single support phase in the discipline of hammer throw. It hates that. Well, let's unlock a slot and start internalizing. It could only lead to good things. Just want to speak to Pawn Shop Man.
Hello. Let me
just,
know. Sure. Let me have a look.
Just check the menu.
Selling.
So green 8 pen is 135. Shot put. Ooh, 450. I wonder if the old men would want. I mean, I didn't get the option. I didn't have the option to give it to them or anything, but it seems like something that they might want. But it's 450. Photo of a happy couple. I mean, I didn't get the option to give it to him, but I could sell it. Empty cassette case, 0.5. I don't think I'd want to sell it because I would want to get a tape that I could put in it and then a sad song to put in it and then I could sing. Production schedule, filament memory. Wow, 10. But I wouldn't want to sell it because we need to get the other one that's in the ice cream mixer, and then we could use that to get the password so that we could then access what's on this, right? I believe that's what we were doing. The rifle, 390. You'd think we could get more than that, but... A postcard. Okay, we know we can at least pawn the postcards with no issues. Just not sure. It's reluctant to sell things that look like they might be something that we could use. Like it says a favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen, and those elderly gentlemen were clearly throwing balls. And this is a ball. So would the elderly gentleman want this? Maybe there could be a conversation where we could give it to them. You have 321. You have almost enough for that cockatoo book.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
There's the pen, which we used once, but maybe if we write down anything else in our files, we could use it. The rifle? They specifically said that we'll never find ammo for that. Oops, not that. And that it's not fireable. So is it only something that we could sell, or is that something that could actually be used? Like, even if the gun doesn't work, like, other people don't necessarily know that. Like, I don't know if that's, like, something that could actually come up, but just because we can't shoot it doesn't mean other people have to know we can't shoot it. What was this right here? Oh, this was more of his wares. Sunglasses.
I've got the latest styles right here.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
I don't think we asked about net worth.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic, the kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool, UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
I don't want to try it because we're gonna fail and be sad about not finding cool sunglasses and then die. I'm just looking around to see if any tear shows up. There's something there? Oh, that's just money on the ground. That's not tear. There was just money. Oh. There's some tear in there. Okay, we can just take garbage out of the garbage and just sell that. No reason not to, I suppose.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine. Do you know what you should do with that money?
Nope, none of that.
You should.
I know exactly what I should do with this money.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo.
That's right. I want to buy the guide to cockatoos.
As if the...
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
Let us look at our guide to cockatoos. A book about different cockatoo species and their behavioral problems perhaps could also offer some insight into your own often problematic actions. The spectacular major majestic cockatoo eyes you from the cover.
A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest, found on the Seminine Islands and in southern Fas a la Mer. Known for their intelligence and general precociousness, cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture. However, they often exhibit various behavioral issues.
Okay, what more?
This book talks about the delicate nature of toos, as well as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, the major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang-bang cockatoo. It's colorfully illustrated.
All right, what problems do these birds have?
Where to even begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk and have been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up.
I could handle that. It would be nice to have someone to talk to when feeling lonely.
Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility as recurring issues. If left unsatisfied, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, or become aggressive.
Yeah, we do that. Well, we don't have feathers, but the rest of it, yes. That's pretty bad. Anything else?
It is not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day and give them the full care that they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own.
They eat cooked food. Well, there has to be something great about cockatoos as well.
You're right. Cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle and show off, and will even scream for fun, often as loud as up to 135 decibels.
All right, they're natural Twitch streamers. Put them to work. Start getting that revenue. Let's read about the funeral cockatoo.
This is a yellow-tailed black cockatoo. Its specific name, Psittacus venereus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. This bird looks as if dressed for a funeral, 24/7. There is something indisputably ominous about it. Ooh.
Inland Empire is down with the funeral cockatoo. But what about the major majestic cockatoo?
Perhaps the most impressive of all the species, the endangered major majestic cockatoo, is often described as the most flamboyant bird in the jungle. Its pink-colored wings and flowing crest embellishing its proud and bumptious nature. In the words of poet-explorer Sir James Fournier, few birds more enliven the monotonous hues of the verdant forest than this big, bold, and beautiful species.
Let's read about the most common bang bang cockatoo.
Despite its banging name, the bang bang cockatoo is actually the shyest of the species, common in almost all Seminoles forests, as well as zoos and homes all over the world. Its plumage is mainly gray and white. The Seminoles name bang bang is thought to be of onomatopoeic origins. The bang is for all the scary things in the world that may happen at any time.
The bird does sound a bit like me.
Yes, but all those cockatoo species are so different. Which one are you?
Well, how about we leave this one to the chat? What kind of cockatoo does the chat think our detective is? Maybe they could shed some light into this. Let's start a poll. Which cockatoo are we? The grain common bang bang? Only the funeral cockatoo in his darkness can grasp the depths of our doom-laden soul? Is it an obvious major majestic here we come? But what if I'm just a fuck up and a cockatoo? Or we have to take some time to think about it. Number 3, the major majestic has won. After all, we are a superstar.
You're right. Your Majesty embodied. This big, beautiful bird belongs on your heraldry.
Do I have heraldry? How do we get heraldry? Well, we did complete that quest and get some experience. Find our heraldic bird. We have completed it. And also... Oh, what's this? There we go.
Physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Okay, we get +2 physical instrument, but only if we're not wearing a shirt. And -1 encyclopedia because facts are for binoclards. The precarious world is at 60%. Well, I believe the shirt we're wearing is +1 physical instrument. So we remove this, and now we got +2 physical instrument. There's no downsides here except the downside to Encyclopedia, which is now at 1, but Physical Instrument is now at 9. It is very powerful. We do have some points we could use. Well, at least 1 point. Intellect is doing so badly. I wonder if we should give it some points, or if we just should keep putting more points into the things that already have points. Something to think about. Well, we've spent our money and learned about the cockatoos. And Kim is just staying up there? No, okay, Kim's coming down here. And it is past 9 o'clock. We probably should go back to the hotel. I mean, I know that it's possible to wait for Kim to go to bed and then continue exploring. But, just about anything will kill us. Anything that slightly hurts our feelings will kill us. So we really do need to just restore our morale at this point by going to bed. I wonder why our feelings get hurt so easily. But tomorrow's a new day, and we'll have a full morale, able to make stupid decisions, and get hurt feelings all over again. See you in the morning, Kim.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Let's get to bed. Day 2 comes to an end.
Still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
This body's worthless anyway. No one does anything nice to it.
And why might that be the case? What lover lights on such a bloated corpse to be?
Well, I'm an artist, and liver damage is my art.
Oh yeah, baby. Frame your suffering as a masterpiece. Only one problem. No one's watching. It's boring, buddy. Boring as death. You're just stuck here. In the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Well, we're back up, and we are fully healed, even though it's, as usual, the worst night of sleep ever. At least our morale has been restored, so we can actually take some emotional damage again. And how's this doing? Yeah, that doesn't increase while we're asleep. It's still at 62%. Alright, we're going to save this game. As day 2 came to an end, time to begin day 3. Well, we learned about which cockatoo we associate with, which one is our heraldic animal. We took a nap. Well, no, we took a nap and restored our stuff. We spoke with the 2 old men. I don't know if we really got that much information from them. We played a little bit of Petanque. Just got the an angry old man perspective. Someone who was actually fought in the revolution. Got his outlook on things. He's a royalist, and his friend. Well, his friend is I guess a centrist. The friend does not seem to really take any political alignment, though he does work for the Union. I wasn't able to get his sandwich. We need to get that sandwich.
The sandwich looks delicious.
Hopefully we get another chance at that sandwich. I mean, is it the same sandwich, or would he have a new sandwich every day? Either way, we'll want to take another crack at the sandwich. And of course, we never actually got to talk to Joyce and let her know about the drug trade, but we'll do that. See what she has to say. And, well, we found that bag, so now we can look for garbage and get very small amounts of money. I mean, HoboCop is supposed to give us additional money for the tear. Don't know how much it's actually doing that, but maybe just a little bit. Inland Empire did assure us that we were getting an additional amount for HoboCop. We are now more physically powerful than we have been before, but Encyclopedia takes yet again another hit. Poor Encyclopedia. But we are very physically powerful. The ability that we got from the Dice Maker still is not completed yet, so interested to see what that is, considering that the penalty for learning it is that we are losing all red checks while we're learning. I'm interested to see what the actual benefit from that is once we learn it. And also today's Wednesday, so that means that that water lock is going to be operational, so we can use that and get across into the west side of the map, it sounds like, and continue to look for Lena's husband. And maybe we can find the cryptid. Maybe we can find that cryptid that looks like a water reed, and maybe we can catch it. I don't know if we can, but maybe we will. And also maybe we can find keep on the path of the car that went over the water lock and collapsed the sign. We know that it took off in that direction, so maybe we can continue on that path and keep I guess probably actually let me take a look at let's see, no, yeah, we can also confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. What does Titus have to say about these drugs? working class husband. We don't know where he is. Try to come up with a gift for Kuno. Close waterlock. Talk to Joyce. Joyce's info on the lynching. Armored in the fishing village, which I guess is on the west side, a girl might have armored gloves. Oh yeah, the godly authority check to Titus Hardy. I don't know if we're gonna complete that anytime soon. And then continuing to find Morel. We also never actually drank any booze. We have not found the murder weapon. Open the apartment door, that's right. Behind the greenhouse in the backyard. We haven't actually done that. Maybe we should. We don't have the badge. We have not found a way into the secret passage. Buy pants from Kuno. I mean, those pants were like 500 real, right? We have nowhere near that. Who put the clothes in the trash? Well, we said that the only other people that seem to have access to it were the people who pick up the garbage, but we don't know where they are. Find out what the tattoos mean in the photo. Who actually called reporting the crime? We still don't know that. Sing karaoke. We have not found that sad song as of yet. So that's everything we have on deck. And now that we have access to the west side of the map, maybe we will be able to get some of that done. As we'll find out as we continue on with Disco Elysium.